weight loss tips to start the year off strong. First one is cut out sugar, like processed sugars, and simple carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are things like your white breads, your baked goods, like brownies, cookies, and things like that. Those things, first of all, have a very high amount of sugar, but also the simple carbs that are used in them, so like your white flour and things like that, they're also converted into sugar. And so you kind of have a double whammy because both of these things turn into fat. And anything excess in fat will just basically deposit in your organs. That's what's known as visceral fat. So there's visceral fat around the organs. The heart can have it, the liver can have it, and that's known as fatty liver. And so with the visceral fat, that's the type of fat that causes disease. So diabetes, heart disease, even to the point of Alzheimer's. They found Alzheimer's is now known as type 3 diabetes because there are fat and sugar dispositions in the brain. Now, I know with the holidays that's a little difficult to do, but that's why I said New Year tips. Finish off today, and then tomorrow you start off anew. The other thing that you can actually do is also increase the amount of healthy fats that you're eating. So avoid the canola oils, avoid the grapeseed oils, do more like your coconut oils, your avocado oils, things that are healthier. Also foods and stuff that are rich in these healthy oils like nuts, salmon, avocado. Obviously anything in excess is bad, because weight is related to also caloric intake. So if you are exceeding the amount of calories that your body needs, then you're going to gain weight. A really big recommendation that I typically give to patients is track your calories. And I know that's a very tedious thing to do, but it is very useful, especially if you don't want to use medication to lose weight. But essentially you track your calories with like a Lose It app or MyFitnessPal for about 3 to 4 days so that you get a proper average of what it is that you normally consume. And then once you have that established average number, decrease that by about 10 to 15% is a pretty good start. And then take those new calorie amounts as your adjusted caloric intake, and then eat that in order to lose weight. Once you lose the weight, your caloric intake increases just a little bit in order for you to maintain, because if you keep that adjusted caloric intake that you took, you essentially will continue to lose weight. So once you get to a point that you no longer want to lose weight, then that will have to be recalculated. So on behalf of the entire team and I, as well as my family, we wish you a very happy New Year.